Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to a kind of different episode of Dance with the Universe. Today, I kind of just felt like recording without any script, without actually any written notes, just with an idea. And I just want to talk freely today, really, just out of my heart. Because I just came home after over 1 year being in Colombia, back to my hometown in Dresden. And I just feel I want to talk a little bit about home. And let's see where we go from there, what comes up. Because I think it's really beautiful to just talk and to be free and to express yourself without having a correct plan or, something to follow, something that you thought about really, really point by point and you cut perfectly. And no, I'm not going to cut anything today. All the ums and ahs you have to deal with. But I think it's beautiful because we need to be more real, as I said, as I'm saying always, no more authentic. Portray more ourselves as we really are, and as like everyone is, because social media is a really like a constructed world, and it's sometimes really too perfect. And people get a really wrong image about others, and they see those perfect models and those beautiful people doing beautiful things, doing awesome things, and you think like, my life sucks, I'm so not pretty, and I'm not doing anything cool and good with my life. But yeah, it's just necessary, as it is on Instagram and Facebook and all of these channels, to be more you, to be more authentic, to show that not everyone is perfect, beautiful, like a model, and is doing only cool things. Everyone has challenges, everyone lives a normal life and has the problems that come with it. I mean, social media is there to share, and we should share more reality, I guess. So that's what I'm going to do today. So, to let you know a little bit what happened, why I'm talking to you right now. 2 days ago, I just landed in Germany after over a year being abroad, living abroad in Colombia. Those of you who know me or who listen to my podcast a bit more, they know what I'm doing there and why I'm there. If you want to just listen to some of my other episodes or my intro. And I've been away from home for a long time now. I mean, for 8 or 9 years now, I haven't really lived in my hometown or in my house or with my family. So it's not something new, really. Usually I come home once or twice a year, or less even, because I've been on really big travels, like for 1.5 years, or I studied abroad. So whenever I can, I come home, because it's really important, I think, to reconnect with your roots and to spend time with your family, because you never know, And with your close friends, of course. I have not so many friends here in my hometown, but the ones I have are really like family. So it's really important for me to keep that connection up and going, and to not just communicate over Skype all the time. And yeah, now it's different for me. I came home like many times from these huge travels, seeing the world, every day in another place, other people. Everything's super exciting and super crazy and so many impressions. And I came home, but I was still kind of lost, because actually I did never know my next step. I never really had a base other than this place, my hometown. This really wasn't a proper base, because it was something, here is something I love to come back to. It's my roots, it's where I grew up, it's where I have my family. But it's not my own, It's really different when you come home into your parents' house and you stay as a guest kind of for a few days, weeks, whatever. You still don't feel really like it's your own, because when you grow up, you want to have your own place, your own things. And it's always a challenge to live with your parents still. Doesn't matter the age. Because they have a specific idea about you, and how you are and how you should act. And it's nice to spend some time, but the independence is really necessary at some point. And especially in Europe, it's different now to Asia or South America. There the people actually live with their families as long as they're not married. So they stay until, let's don't know, 25, 29, depending on when you find actually a partner. And then maybe you move in with that partner and you get married and kids and so on. But you really stay with your family much longer. In Europe, that's not possible because with 18 or 20 something, they say, okay, now you can get your own place and now please leave us alone. Leave us in peace, do your own thing. And you also think like, oh God, I want to be independent and I want to do my own thing and go out and go party and be with my friends. And yeah, so it's a normal process. But still every time, no matter how old I'm going to be, I think it's really beautiful to come back home. But after a while you think, okay, that's enough, I'm going to go away. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. The last years when I came home from these big travels, I always enjoyed the first time, and then I started to think, oh my God, what am I going to do next? I have no idea. And my family is starting to push me and to say, yeah, so what's your future going to be like? What is your plan? What job you going to do? Where you going to earn your money? Where you going to go next? Where you going to settle down for real now, finally, because it's necessary, no? Because everyone has this idea, especially the older generations. I mean, our generation, I feel, is way more open now and way more flexible. But the generation of my parents, my grandparents, they're really thinking in one line. So that comes from their experience and how they grew up, no? I don't blame them for anything. But they just have a different idea of how life should go, no? A really structured plan. You go to school, you go to university, you get your first job, you get promoted, you find a partner along that way, and then you get married and you get children, and then you buy a house and a big car, and you're successful in your job and you have a family, and that is a good life. But for my family, it's still sometimes really hard to see that I'm not going on that path. I never did. I mean, I always tried. If you listen to some of my other episodes, after traveling, really, I tried to settle down. I got a job. I was a good girl, but it didn't work out for long. Because, no, some people just have another calling, and you just should live freely. How you really feel you should live. Does that make sense? I mean, just follow your intuition, follow your heart, and not wait, because not everyone is born to go in the same direction and is born to walk on the same path. As I always use that example and that metaphor of walking in the path where everyone is walking and you are kind of super unconscious and super blind, because you don't need to look anywhere, because you just follow. But as soon as you fall off the path or something happens to you, I mean, life has this manner of just kicking your ass if you don't do it yourself, and something crazy happens and you're like, oh my God, my whole world is shattered. But this really shows you that maybe this path wasn't for you, and you should start to look around, and maybe you're going to see other paths and other possibilities, and then you will find what you're really supposed to do with your life, what is your purpose, what is your life mission, however you want to call it. I mean, in my opinion, you never have that 100% clear, because it changes over the time. It changes the way you develop, the people you meet, where you go. It's going to kind of adapt. But to have an idea is good, to not just follow that system, that structure that everyone thinks is the correct way, because I don't think so. So coming back to coming home, that time was always really difficult for me, because I came to a point where I always thought, I have no idea where I'm going to go, where I belong to. Which is kind of also exciting, because you have everything is open and everything is possible. But I felt like it's necessary to find that direction in my life. And in Colombia, I did. The first time I started to really be in one place for a long time. And that was never easy for me, because I always have that wanderlust, that really, really urge to move and to travel. But why? I ask myself also. Some people have the fear of leaving their comfort zone, no? And of leaving their comfortable place, their own city where they grew up, their house, whatever. And some people just have fear of settling down and of really committing to a place or a person. That's more me. So Colombia for me was really a challenge in that way, because during that year, many times I had that thought, no, I need to go and explore more and have adventures, and I cannot stay in one place. I go crazy, and it was a really tough year for me. Also because I actually really started to explore myself and to start the journey inside of me. No, I didn't travel a lot this year, but I explored a lot what's going on really inside of Laura. And oh, that's a whole universe, as we know. And there's still a lot more to explore and to see and to realize, which is sometimes really shocking, because obviously it's more easy to just look outside and to search outside if it's for a partner or a place. Personally, I always try to run away from looking inside. How? Well, I traveled the world, and I kind of distracted myself with all these different cities, places, cultures, food, whatever, to not have to really go inside. Because it's tough, believe me. It hurts, and it makes you cry, and it makes you want to scream and just stop everything. But no, it's necessary. If you really want to grow, and if you really want to find that purpose in your life and free yourself from those chains, because we all are wearing chains around our neck, around our hands, on our legs, from our past, from our families, from our ideas. And this year I was really able to break some of those ideas and to realize what's holding me back. So this year was really different for me, even though I wanted to run away many times. And I think I found a home in Colombia also, but more inside of myself. Now I feel way more comfortable with myself, because I know what's going on inside, and I know what is my darkness, and I know what is my light. I mean, I'm still in the process of accepting my light, really, because one thing I found is that we're all beings of light, no? But we are used to living in the darkness. It's normal for us to live with pain, with sorrow, with problems, with sadness, with anger. All of these feelings are really normal, aren't they? And we are all trying to patch them up with, I don't know, falling in love, and with eating chocolate, and with searching for experiences. And we never really take the chance to heal something deeply to the root. So accepting your darkness is one of the most beautiful things to do. But then it's very important that you are also searching for your light. Because I found for myself, I found it really easy to live in sorrow and sadness. That's what I'm used to, I don't know, to live in negativity, those negative thoughts. It's a pattern that many of us people have. And if you're from Germany, you know, we call that meckern. And German people really do that a lot. About little things, about the weather. Oh, it's too sunny. No, I don't like the heat. It's raining. I hate it. Oh my God, it's way too cold. Little things, little things that are we cannot change, and that are not even worth worrying about. But we are searching for something to be upset about, which is just a habit, which is a culture, you could argue, which is normal, because that's what all the people do, and that's what the news do, because they just show us really negative stuff. And we're not used to living in light, to living in positivity, to really getting conscious about our darkness and choosing the light, choosing happiness, because everyone wants to be happy. It's like really popular. How to become happy. My life goal is to be happy. I want a partner that makes me happy. I want a job where I can be happy. But in order to be happy, we first have to overcome this habit of being unhappy, of living in darkness. And yeah, that process I went through this year, and I'm still going through. I mean, life challenges you every second and every minute. If you think you're healed, life will give you exactly that person or that experience where it would just pull you down to the ground and be like, oh my God, really test you. And that's why I think I'm here right now too, back in my hometown with my family. because family is the biggest challenge ever. They know you. Oh my God, they gave birth to you. They know all your little weird habits and all your the little things you have, the little buttons they can push. And they're gonna push them. And there you're really gonna see if you changed, if you get triggered by that still, or if you can just take a deep breath and let it go and leave it and live in peace. Because I think more than to be happy, we all want to be in peace inside of us. Because if you have that peace inside, the peace outside will automatically come. And that's the same for all the war that's going on and all the shit that's going on in this world right now. Why is that so? Because each individual of us has an inner war going on all the time. You know, you're fighting against thoughts, against ideas, against people, against feelings. You fight with the closest people, no? Next to you. Who's the one that you fight the most with? It's always the one you love the most. Your partner, your family. And that's tough. It's tough, but it's what we do. And because we fight in our little circles, in our little universes, the whole world is in war too. We need to realize that connection. No? If our sexuality is really dirty and totally out of place and not in balance, then the whole world is going to be like that. Nature's going to be out of balance. The water is going to be dirty. The air is going to be dirty. The forest is going to burn down because we have too much fire, we have too much anger inside of us. But yeah, about this topic I can probably record another episode. But just on the side note, a little bit of that understanding that whatever happens inside of us is also going to happen outside. And it's going to happen in nature and in society, in the country and in the world. So now I'm back home again. And it's very, very different. Because after this whole process, inner work, I'm seeing home as a different thing. Different thing. It's not a thing, but I don't find a word. A different concept. I mean, everything is a concept in the end, no? We give the things meaning. So you can give your own meanings to the words. Like love, God. All these words that are really heavy. Because a lot of people give a very specific meaning and a specific idea to that. You should give your own meaning. You should erase that ideas and make your own experience, and then you will see what it really means. Because with love, that's what I found. No, I have all these ideas of how to be in a relationship, how the partner should be, of Hollywood, Disney, I don't know, my parents, the friends. But in the end, how would I know if I don't try myself? Because everyone is different, and every person you're with is different. So I urge you to give the context and give the idea to that words yourself, the meaning. So now I'm in Germany, sitting here in the house where I grew up. And for the first time I don't feel that lost. Why? Because I feel I found home inside of myself. And yes, I also found home in a place. And I let myself settle down in a way. Because I accepted that maybe Colombia is a really nice place to be for a while. Who knows how long, because I cannot plan years and years ahead. But for now, I feel comfortable. I have beautiful people around me. I have friends. I have family there. Maybe not from blood, but from the heart, really. They care for me. They want good things for me, and they like to share things with me, ideas, time. And time is the most valuable thing that we have, isn't it? And we don't have so much, so don't waste it. Because actually, one side note on that, when I came here, flying, 12 hours flight, and I'm not the biggest fan of flying because I feel kind of helpless sometimes. And when we were above the ocean, in above nothing, in the middle of the journey, turbulences started. And oh my God, I hate turbulences because I always feel like, no. Then my brain starts to go, what if we're gonna go down? And I'm thinking of the series Lost. Stranded on an island. Or what if we just go down, and what if I just die right now, right here? Death is the best reminder of living your life in a good way, thinking positive and being happy with what you have, grateful. Because in that moment I thought, oh my God, if it's over now, There's so many things I still want to do. There's so many people I still want to hug. There's so many people I still want to kiss. I want to say sorry. I want to say thank you. Please forgive me. I love you. And yeah, that made me realize, oh my God, please God, let me live. Because I want to be able to share time with the most important people of my life. I want to be able to create life. I want to be able to create my own project. I want to be able to inspire and help others with my words and actions. And I really pray to God. I mean, I'm not that religious, but in that moment, sometimes it comes out of me. I swore to God, I'm going to live my life in a good way. I'm going to be in peace. I'm going to accept. I'm going to be grateful. So sometimes you need a little bit of turbulence in your life to realize what you have, and you have a lot. It's so important to see those little things in life, this little presence life leaves in your path all the time, all the time. The flower that blooms next to you, the tree that gives you shelter, the beautiful house that you have, the beautiful comfortable bed you're sleeping in, the person that's next to you that really cares, the food that someone made with love. I mean, there's so many little things that you don't realize are presents. You don't need Christmas or your birthday to receive material presents or things. Just realize every day what life gives you as a present. And you will be happy all the time. So that was a side note of my flight journey. Coming home. So having a place, either if it's in your hometown or if it's in another country, it doesn't matter where it is, it's good to have a place where you can put your energy in, where you have people you can trust and a place to come back to. Because I will always be a nomad. I will always travel. I'm just that kind of person. It's just my personality. It's just in my nature. But it doesn't mean that I need to be lost and just cruising around all life, which actually also is the same with partners, with having a relationship. I mean, some people, they just don't want to commit because they feel like they're going to be in a prison, or they cannot be free anymore, they cannot be themselves anymore. They want to discover, they want to explore more and be crazy. It's the same with traveling, it's the same with the job, it's the same with everything, really. Sometimes it's good to settle down and to have a place where you can come back to. And yes, it can be outside of you, but really, really search for that place inside of yourself. Because in the end, you are alone with yourself all the time, no? No, the only voice you hear inside of you is yourself. The only emotions you ever feel are yours. So try and connect more to who it is that is you. Who is that person? What is she thinking? How should she feel? Why does she feel like that? Why does certain things make her feel like that? Why does she like that or doesn't like that? More listen to yourself, really. And talk good to yourself. That's really important too, no? Have a good dialogue going on in that brain. Because that bullshit FM of I'm not good enough, no, I cannot do this, no, it's not going to help anyone to do anything. You are the only one who can change that and who can influence that. So with today's episode, I just really want to encourage you to think about what is home for you. And what are you afraid to leave or to find, maybe, when you really want to go inside of yourself and search that place, that comfort, that peace, that place where you can always come back to. My sister actually said a really beautiful thing to me before I went on the journey. She said, find your own love hole, Liebeshöhle, it's called in German, within yourself. A place that you can decorate with flowers, that you can put rainbows and waterfalls or glitter or whatever you like. A place that you can come back to whenever you feel lost in the outside world, Because the only place you really should feel safe is within yourself. And you can find that balance and that peace, trust me. Everyone can. It's a hell of a lot of work, but it's there, trust me. So, I feel like I rambled a lot now. And I hope you find something helpful out of me talking here for like almost half an hour. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for opening my heart. My heart? Thank you for opening my heart too. But thank you for opening your heart to me. and your ears, because it's really important sometimes to listen, no? And if we cannot really listen to ourselves, we need to start listening to others first. And that can inspire us again to go inside and listen to ourselves. And then we can listen to ourselves well, we can listen to others again properly. Because we are distracted all the time, no? We don't really listen, not to ourselves or to others. So I thank you from my heart that you are here right now, listening to my words, which really come from deep inside. And I'm really happy to be able to share with you. And you are a beautiful, beautiful person. I know you have the light inside of you. Trust life, trust yourself. It will lead you in the right direction. And start to listen to your intuition, which is your heart in the end. I love you. Thank you.